Hi, how are you? So we are about to do a visualization exercise. This is very much like a guided meditation, but it's really super inviting for all of your senses. You are going to hear me prompt you to check in with your senses because this is how your intuition is communicating to you through your feeling. What do you sense in your body? What do you sense in your emotions? What do you see in your mind's eye, hear inside of your head, in your inner voice? All of those things I'm going to prompt you to do, and that is the way your intuition communicates with you, right? So I want you to notice that. I want you to follow along with that, and I want you to give yourself permission for this to be whatever it is. There is no right way for you to do this. So if your brain starts to tell you you're not doing it right, it shouldn't be like this, or how are we going to make this happen? This is not really a how-to. This is a more creative process. So you are free to make it up. You are free to let go of figuring out how this works and just go along for the ride. And this is work that I've been doing with moms. I've been doing a lot of work with moms on their relationships with their kids. How can they support their kids? And it's at a very deep soul level, this work. You are connecting with people in a very, very deep way. So trust that what's happening is very real, very powerful, and that you can adapt this process to suit your needs. It's really, really helpful to have a guide in this so that you don't get lost and wander off into space and get distracted and all the things that can happen. So it can be really, really helpful to record your own version of this that works for your situation. And if that feels challenging, reach out, book a session. I will help you craft that and record that for you so you can have this custom made for whatever is going on in your life. All right, but we're going to go ahead and get started. And what's going to happen is I'm going to craft this around the holidays, and I'm going to invite you to imagine that you're sitting at a large table. You see whomever you see, your family, your friends, whoever appears, and there is an empty seat next to you for a very special guest, someone that you love very much, maybe someone from spirit, who is coming to help you now. And that person probably has already jumped into your mind. It's probably someone who immediately jumps into your mind when you hear me say these words. And if not, that person will appear. And whatever happens, trust it. Okay? So here we go. I want you to go ahead and start taking some nice, deep, slow breaths. Really pulling your awareness into this moment in time. I like to tell my clients that they can imagine their awareness and their energy as if it has tendrils that leave their body and travel out through time and space, traveling back to their childhood, back to things that happened when they were a teenager, things that happened yesterday, or conversations that might be coming, what they hope will happen, what they hope won't happen. All of these tendrils of thought and awareness and energy traveling out, leaving your body. Call them all back now with your breath. Imagine them all returning to you, retracting, pulling back in, so that you are returning to yourself, to here and now. Allow your breath to deepen. Allow your mind to soften and feel all of the pressures, all of the stress, all of the to-dos from today dropping away as if they are just sliding out of your mind, sliding off of your shoulders, letting go. Beautiful. And I want you to see, sense, or imagine that you are seated now at that table. Next to you is an empty seat for your guest who will be arriving soon. But take a look now at this table. Notice what's on the table. Notice if anyone is seated around the table already with you. Notice the feel of the room. How do you feel looking at this table? Do you have emotions, sensations? Do you have a sense of what's to come? And now open your awareness, because you will begin to feel and sense that someone is approaching from behind. From behind you, someone you love is coming. Notice how you know that that's happening. What do you feel in your body? What do you sense and see? And now they've come to stand directly behind you. You feel their presence. Take a nice deep breath and feel yourself with them. They are here to help you, to assist you. And they've come for you to feel their presence and their love. So the first thing I want you to do is to ask them to place something around your shoulders, something that feels warm, loving, kind. Helps you feel their presence. Ask them to place that right on your shoulders, whatever that is. And notice what you sense. Do you feel this on your body? Do you feel the weight of it? Can you see it or smell it? Can you touch it? Does it make you remember anything? Does it make you feel anything? How nice this is that this loved one is right here, helping you feel their presence this way. Invite them to go ahead and sit down right next to you. I want you to put your hand out with your palm up and notice and see and sense them place their hand in yours. Notice what you notice. If you see their hand, what do you see? If you feel their hand, what do you feel? If you just know that this is happening, how do you know? Excellent, excellent. And now ask your loved one what it is that they would be excited about to eat this meal that's coming. What are they interested in? What do they want? What's their favorite thing that's going to be served? And again, notice how quickly you know, how quickly the information comes, and notice how the information comes. It's okay if you question or doubt or move on to something else. Don't worry, it's all okay. Just notice what comes and how it comes. Okay. So your loved one is helping you become more aware of how your intuition communicates. And now your loved one would like to share more information with you. So I want you to ask them to say some kind of a blessing over you, over this meal. What are their words of guidance, of gratitude? Can they share a blessing with you? And absolutely notice how you notice. Do you hear their words inside of your head? Do you just suddenly know what they would say? And now you're going to ask them for their help. Because you have a wish for this holiday. You have a wish for what you'd like this to feel like. Maybe there is some usual conflict or someone who's missing. Or maybe you just want it to be extra fabulous. Whatever it is that is your wish for this holiday, just really feel in your body what you hope that this will feel like. Go ahead, think about whatever comes to mind that brings that feeling in. It would be perfect if it felt like this. And I can imagine that this would happen. And that would be so fabulous. Allow your imagination and your feelings to get caught up in this as you tell this loved one exactly what you desire. And if you begin to back away from what you really want because it doesn't feel possible, because it will never happen, bring yourself back to the fantasy. Bring yourself back to imagination. And bring yourself back to the feeling of what you want this to be, what you desire for this day. And really crank up that feeling. Feel it in every cell of your body as you share with your loved one what it is you desire. And you know that they want exactly this for you. That your wish is their wish. And that with the two of you together, you are creating miracles. And whenever you are ready, you can stand up and you can hug your loved one. You can tell them whatever it is you wish for them to know about how you're doing, how you miss them, how you want to be with them. Whatever it is you want to say it now. And with a few more nice deep breaths, you are going to return your loved one back to the time and place from which they came, and you are going to return to the here and now today. One more nice deep breath, and you blink open your eyes, and you are back.